Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. I'm gonna talk about that with you in just a second, but you know, the Four of Swords, we're talking about the next step for you is like emerging from this little island you've kind of built for yourself. Like you kind of, I mean, it's not like an island practically in the middle of water, which you could have done. You can see this water further out. You didn't do that. You were just like, hey, I need a fucking second to make sure that I'm building the type of stability, once again with that 4, on a mental plane of the swords. I need to make sure that I have a second to build my mental stability before I come back out and let y'all know what the fuck I'm about to do. This coming inverted is like, okay, now you're finally letting yourself out of that little island, kind of a barrier that you've built for yourself. Now we start to dabble with a lot of 3s. We get 3, 3, 3. We're talking synthesis and we're talking cohesion at this level. The thing is, as I'm saying this, I'd be willing to bet this is resonating a lot with you. And you're like, yeah, like I don't want to consist like da 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 da. But here's the thing: you're ready to pull the trigger on something, but you don't know what. And that's the thing about it, is in your self-concept to get 3 of Wands inverted, where you're like, I am struggling a little bit to have some foresight, and not in a way where like you completely lack vision, but you're just like, I don't really know how to totally attack this. Hi, I'm so happy to see you. But you don't totally know how to attack this. You haven't charted out your entire way yet, and you don't have to be super like clockwork, but you do have to develop some sense of vision about this. Otherwise you're going to run into a wall. I think the people around you, especially the people very close to you, they view you in this Knight of Cups energy, where it's almost like sometimes you romanticize things to the level where other people don't think they're practical. I don't know if they express that to you or not. Sometimes it's something that's not inherently expressed. I think a lot of your fear here, though, is that you might have like jealousy for the success that other people have, and almost that you might feel betrayed by other people when they're not willing to jump on the boat with what you're up to. I do get the 3 of Swords coming here in your outcome, and that's where I was like, you know, we've got to talk about like this pain point, because getting the 4 of Swords inverted and then also the 3 of Swords in your outcome. The 3 of Swords is infamously known as the heartbreak card. It's got a little bit of a different caricature here. But this is talking about like emotional pain that's very difficult to digest. It's kind of like an open wound. And so, you know, that's part of life, but I feel like it's important for you, yeah, right now to develop some structure. Because if you're going to look at yourself as the authority figure in your own life, you also have to start developing some regime and some structure underneath that, or else everything is very fluid, and then instead of the fire in the fire pit, we have the fire burning the forest down. Again, that's not to tame your life force or to tamper it, it's just to make sure that you can actually harness it and use it for something that's good instead of something that's destructive to you. Let me get a final advice card for you, my friend. I look like a young granny. Thank you. I'm glad that resonates with you too. You're gonna have to do some serious work on a mental realm here in order to like actually pull forward what you want into existence. Because the 5 of Swords is about struggling on a mental plane. And you can see that here. It's almost like somebody else kind of has your head. You're gonna have to get through that in order to get to that point where you're actually able to build a life that you want, because you don't want that clock in, clock out, let me perform everything for everybody else. And I say, obviously I've got a decision between 2 things, but I haven't planned it fully. Yeah, that 3 of Wands inverted, you're like, I don't know what to do from here on out. That's where it's like, you gotta really like shoot the shit with yourself here, like sit down, have dinner with your madness and be like, what the fuck are we doing? That's why we get that 5 of Swords preceding the Magician, where it's like before you can pull that into a physical realm, you're gonna have to do some mental processing. It's going to be difficult. So I hope that's helpful to you, my friend, and thank you so much for letting me read for you. It means a lot to me that you trusted me with your energy. I'm happy to see you. Yeah, my absolute pleasure. Thank you. All right. That's the list for now, y'all. So I guess we can just chat, unless you should know. Hey, how are you doing? Which connection is the best predator? Yes, I upgraded my Wi-Fi and I restarted everything. So I was like, nothing better go wrong. How was your day? My day's good. My day's good. I'm having some coffee. I'm coming back to the world of the living. What tarot card do you see yourself as? That's a really good question. It's kind of changed over time. I've been looking at the Chariot a lot lately. A lot. Okay, I did this last night when it was very, very slow. And I'm going to start doing it now. I do take Venmo. It's already Aphrodite 16. I can comment it here for you. I'm gonna start reading off fun facts that are from a varying level of reputable sources on the internet. I found this article on Reader's Digest, and it's like just the craziest shit. Gelato Fruit Loops are all the same flavor. There you have it. I guess I could have kind of assumed that, right? A lot of hard work ahead, but all worth it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a Leo. I've got a double Gemini on either side, though. I don't know Andrew Bird. I have a question. I have an answer. Probably. All right. You have an interview. What for? That's so exciting. Congrats. When were you on last night? I was on from 8:30 to around 10:30 last night. Will my manifestation come true? Was it more busy? It's interesting. It's been all over the place lately because like I was consistently doing readings for 2 hours, but it was like there were like 20 people in the room, give or take. Like sometimes it would drop down to like 15. And then, you know, today it's like there are 100 people in the room, but their readings are much slower. So nothing makes sense. There's no method to any madness. I don't know. Am I doing free questions? Yes, I was looking up like random facts for a bit because I had a lull in the donation-based readings. That being said, if y'all want a donation-based, a reading, a full read, my list is totally open. There's nobody on the list right now, which is a rarity. So if you want to get your reading and get on with your day, I would definitely recommend going for that now. Otherwise, we're just gonna hang out. It's kind of nice to just chat. Interesting indeed. Yeah, I don't know. The internet is a variable place.